Hello, welcome to another episode of the AniMates podcast. It's your boy KB, joined
Big
by...
Murkz. Oh, bro,
Come
you know
on.
you don't do the... This is me, bro. You ain't got to join by, nigga. I come
Come
straight
on,
in,
my
man. I'm here,
I
man.
can't lie, fam. The podcast has missed you, my guy. It's actually missed you, fam. It hasn't
I've
been
had
the same.
withdrawal symptoms, man. I've missed this.
I
know they miss me.
bro. So where you been, G? Where you been?
Josh, man, had to go to the motherland. You get me? I had to go back to the roots and that. You get me?
That's at the dark continent, yeah.
Yeah, man, you might have to go dark continent and that. You get me? Bare blick niggas out there, but man, it's my people, man. You get me? I had to go back to the motherland. I'm from Nige. For those who don't know, Big Murkz originated in Nige. Bro, man, it was a movie, man. I went out there for 2.5 weeks. I missed 2 episodes, but those episodes, I can't lie, it was hard still. There's some controversy there about this SS1, SS2. I don't want to chat about that too tough, but
yeah, man. Which one are you leaning towards?
I'm leaning towards SS1, but that's just me, man.
Yeah, nah, fair enough, man.
But yeah, man, I was out in Nige kicking it. For those who know a bit about Nige, I went to, my dad's from Ondo State, mom's from River State. Went to go see where they grew up, you know what I mean? Where they used to kick ball, play games, go to church, all of that good stuff. Mm-hmm. So it was a nice little getaway. See what the heritage was saying. Other side,
is it a place that you go annually or less frequent than that?
Alright, cool. So if the economy is good for you, man, yeah, I'd say you go like once or twice a year, innit? If the economy is good.
Twice
it's a beautiful
a year,
place.
Bro.
Gee, that's what I'm saying. It's like you got one. Apparently, Christmas bangs. Apparently, in Africa, any Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, wherever you go, Christmas really bangs in those countries. And it'll be nice to see it then. And another time I'd like to see it would be summer when everyone's on their break, everyone's out, everyone's trying to have a good time.
Dope. Yeah, man. Because obviously, for those of you that don't know, I'm Ghanaian, so I do know, and I have heard that Ghana pops off December time. So hopefully, man, if you're saying twice a year, like, bro. Hopefully,
I need to touch Ghana as well, man. But I got something for you viewers, man. Something for you anime heads that I thought was hella interesting about anime in night. I know why my parents look at me weird when I watch anime. Cause it's kind of like, it's so different out in Nige. In Nige, they watch what they're given, and that's across the board. So where we have the luxury of having internet and data and streaming whatever we want, however often we want, they're very limited to what's on TV. So I noticed that TV out in Nige was like one of the main sources of entertainment, or let's say low budget entertainment. So it's kind of like these man are watching these Indian English dubbed films, like where these men are talking and then the English dub is like 10 seconds late, and then they'll be watching all of these Bollywood. But
is it the same like 5 channels they're flicking between? That type of thing.
Is that type of thing? Remember when you had the aerial with the big back TVs? These youngers will never know,
I get you, man. I get you. Like you said, the economy, innit? Depends, innit? Depends.
Yeah, man. So I noticed that these man love cartoons as well. Like even big men at 20, 25, 26, all the way up to 30. They just watch what they're given, man. Whether it's Fairly Odd Parents, remember that? Nickelodeon.
Yeah, bro.
Whether it's that. What else did I see? SpongeBob. Oh, they love SpongeBob.
SpongeBob was big.
Yeah, man.
Tom and Jerry, was that still on around there?
Nah. I don't think Tom and Jerry hit Nickelodeon like that too tough. It was
Nickelodeon.
No.
Wait, is Nickelodeon specifically out there, you mean?
Yeah. It was Nickelodeon that they were banging. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm
and that's
guessing
what made me realize that whenever I spoke to them about anime, they didn't clock on. Because remember, anime hit Jetix, and even for a little sec, Boomerang with Samurai Jack and that.
But anime
Fox
hit Nickelodeon
Kids
as well, though. Defo hit Nickelodeon.
What anime is that?
Yu-Gi-Oh was Defo.
Oh yeah,
Defo Nickelodeon. I remember.
Oh yeah,
am I wrong?
man.
No. It was Defo. I remember watching Nickelodeon. 100%. I feel like there might be others. I know Avatar was Nickelodeon, but we all know that's. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The whole American anime version.
That's the albino anime, bro.
Man said albino, you know.
Well, you nigga,
yeah,
you're not.
So there was a few still.
Yeah, man. So I noticed that I reckon if anime touched primetime TV in Nigeria on TVs that are available, that would do crazy numbers, man. Crazy. Imagine
dope, man.
we're a population of 160 million.
Yeah.
Imagine you just had half of that, which are kids who just want to watch TV. Like that's 80 million people. Like in UK, we're only a population of 56 million. So in terms of anime doing numbers, I remember you had this argument. I hate to say you're right, but TV is hella important, man. Bro. I liked you. I like, man. I started. I'm back, nigga. I'm back on the podcast.
Nah, but it's interesting because it's like if you look back to your views, could you still try and argue your case before?
Oh, definitely. But again, I say you're right in its totality, But
the thing is, I feel like we should break it down for people, innit? Like, in terms of break it down for people, because I think it was an off-air conversation, so people might not be too aware of the actual conversation.
So, I think the origins of the argument was, how do you make anime more mainstream in the Western world? So we are very specific to basically electricity readily available, TV services readily available, data and broadband and internet and surfing readily available. So when you don't have the problems of your light turning off or you don't have enough data on your phone to stream, then of course TV is not your go-to. But after going to Nigeria and coming back, I kind of noticed the swindle. I think the best analogy I could give, do you remember back in secondary school, where Bear Man used to sell Lucozade and Kit Kat and all of that stuff, Kinder Buenos and that,
Kinder Buenos,
like that. It took me to that because it's like there was a time where young black people in London had to make peas by whatever means, innit? And this was what they had to do. They had to go into school, sell Kit Kat, sell Lucozade, not because they wanted to, but because that was a means of making money.
Right.
And then I noticed that a lot of other heads that don't necessarily need the money as bad or hustle as much jumped onto it. And not because they needed the money, but because they thought it was cool.
Yes.
And because it was, if these men are doing it and they're the cool guys, this must be a cool thing to do.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? So now, the reason I bring up that analogy is because coming back from Nige, I noticed that a lot of Nigerian, African culture is what sets the tone for Western entertainment, period. If you look about hip hop, rap, the origins of everything that we love, that we adopt in this country, it was from the poor and the oppressed. Look at Garage, Dizzy Rascal and all of these man. These man didn't start with all of this peas, these fancy cars, this amazing studio. Nah, they man just in their room, in their bedroom with Fruity Loops, making beats, rapping, and then what? The radio thought it was cool. They adopted it, and they literally stole. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, I say all that to say that if you had anime on Nigerian TV or any African TV readily available, they will find a way to make that shit the coolest thing in the world. That is your market. That's your marketing, period. Whatever you give to a poor, this or whatever you want to call it, unfortunate person, they're gonna make it fun. They're gonna make it cool because that's what they do. Do you know what I mean? It's like, even when I went there, I spoke to one of the local people. They said we're like one of the most corrupt and unfortunate country, but we're the happiest people in the world. And there's something about that. It's like you deal your hand. You deal your hand that is given to you, and you make it a good hand. So I say that's where you are right in that argument, in the sense that if you put anime on TV, period, which could be viewed across the world, them guys are gonna take it, rock with it, and make it bigger than you can imagine.
Interesting. No, that's a fair point, man. That's a fair point. Because I know also you went into the whole like I remember I was going into the whole optimal solutions argument and stuff. And we kind of just thought, like, what is actually the most optimal thing? Is it to have it in Japanese dub, I believe your argument was, or to have the authenticity? So it's basically saying, I think the argument was, is it better to kind of, no, what was your argument? Because looking back, yeah, it just sounds mad. I remember because I remember saying how like we should put the medicine, what was it? We should put the candy in the medicine in terms of we should bring over the animation and put it in English for the Western world to consume. But then your argument was, no, we should have it in Japanese dub, or we should have it in websites like that you can stream it and stuff, that type of thing, if you remember.
All right, cool. So the reason why I still stand by my argument of optimal and realistic is because once you attain your optimal solution, which will mean everyone just talking Japanese, that's your optimal solution. But you know that's very unrealistic. So the best thing to do in that particular scenario would be to push it out. But again, like even going back to my trip in Nigeria, these they all sound American. Okay. Every single one of them. Why? Because the things that they consume are dubbed with an American accent. From the Indian movies to the cartoons to everything that they love to watch, they're dubbed in an American accent. And that's what grew on them. And that's what I'm trying to tell you is this is the same analogy that I'm trying to say. There's always going to be something that limits you. But imagine now, everything they watched was in Japanese. I assure you, 80 million people are going to learn Japanese so they could consume the entertainment. I guarantee you that.
80 million people.
If that's their only source of entertainment and it's in Japanese, they are going to consume it in the language it was created. I can't go back on that.
But it's like you're right, but you're wrong in terms of it's like saying, so for example, if you was out there in Niger, for example, in Niger, that whole Bollywood movies or whatever was coming on, if it was all in like flipping Indian or what language they speak, I'm not too sure, I'm not too familiar with the language they speak in India. I think it's Indian. So you're telling me the whole country would learn how to speak that language for the Bollywood movies?
100%, man. If you're telling me there is nothing else to do, you don't have money to go out, you don't have money to buy data or surf the internet, and all you have is a TV in front of you, 100%. Bro, me and my sister for the last couple of days, because it got a bit dead, we slept because we were that bored, bro.
Nah, it's okay. I see what you're saying, because it's like, but for your conditions, go on.
Bro, it's exactly the same with them learning English. They sat there for however long it took to be able to understand what SpongeBob is saying. There's no translation. There's no way to make it easier. They just have to sit there, watch episode after episode, and become accustomed to it. Now they're accustomed to English.
But English and Japanese, you can't equate the two, man, because obviously, because the initial argument was the Western world, innit? The initial thing. So it's like English is already the main consumption, innit? So it's like, I don't know, like for example, there's a lot of things on TV in the Western world, because and that's why it's a bit different, because your conditions in terms of the initial things, the Western world. So obviously we do have a more variety. We do have access to many different things. So it's like the point I was trying to say before was the fact that you bring One Piece or Avatar or whatever to your TV screen does so much for the Western world that they're able to view it in English, and then if they like it, they'll continue to go back to the authenticity in terms of the roots. So for example, I know Fox Kids or 4Kids had to edit Sanji's smoking and turn it to a lollipop. But then I remember before, I think the argument was they shouldn't be doing that. And I agree, they shouldn't be doing it. But for the bigger picture, for the ends, for the means to, was it for the ends to justify the means? Yeah, like they need to replace the cigarette with the lollipop just so kids can consume it, just so it's on TV.
That is such a Itachi way of thinking, bruv.
But
Man
it's
said,
actually right though.
Let me kill the fucking clan so we can survive, man. Nah, man. Shizzy would have accepted that, bro.
No, but bro, it's wipe out the clan so the whole village can stay. If you keep the clan, the whole village will get wiped out.
There we go. Man's not falling for no genjutsu blood.
Gee, but the thing is, it's like it makes sense, innit? And that's what's actually happened with us, innit? And you could argue that's why anime is as big as it is today, because of the way that we've gone through, because of the structure we've had. And it's good. I think they should keep pressing it. I think they should keep doing it. I do feel like they need to, because we spoke about this a little bit, they need to branch out into flipping Africa. They need to add that sixth channel 100%. Of an anime specific. Do you know what I mean? That'll do so much for the community. And that's why I remember saying to you as well, was the reason why, like another reason why I fuck with Kishimoto so bad is because he gave us the Hidden Cloud, he gave us Killer Bee, he gave us Raikage, he gave us a village full of niggas, innit? Yeah, so man. Can you imagine if they actually do manage to break into Africa, their kids get inspired, the adults there get inspired, the animators, the creatives get inspired. Imagine the type of animes we could have. We could have much more black animes. Kind of like a snippet of
Older did it first,
like Black Panther.
Sorry.
Say that again?
Older did it first, low key.
Technically, Dragon Ball Z did with Mr. Popo, fam.
That's Mr. fucking...
But you know the niggas are racist, fam. Trust, fam. But yeah,
that nigga was defo Ghanaian, bruv.
Oh, I did.
Oh man.
Nah, but it's mad because it's like it's needed, man. It's just needed. It's just needed, real, man, because it will help propel anime into a whole world that is missing. It's kind of like, you see Black Panther on the screens. It was nice seeing Black Panther on the screen because you just felt more connected. You saw more niggas. You saw more black characters. We need that of anime. You get what I mean?
For real.
So, and not all animes do give you that. Not all animes kind of give back or kind of represent that community within it. And that is even a topic in itself, man. And that's why, personally, I fuck with Kishimoto, man. He gave us the Hidden Cloud, one of the strongest villages within Naruto. So
it's all right. It's all right.
So sick, man.
Like, I know that the Japanese... Actually, you know what? Let me start by saying, I don't know how Japanese culture views black people. Because I know there's... black people in Japan must be less than a minority. So for them to pander to us... I don't see how it fits in with their culture. I may be wrong, but I just don't see how it fits in with their culture. However, if they did pander towards black people, that would do so much. Because I feel like black people somehow not transcend. Black people exponentially grow any market, no matter what it is, whether it's basketball, American football, actually not football, not European football as such. Music, just anything we kind of touch, food, it just exponentially grows. So if they did that with anime, because how much of us love anime? Do you know what I mean? Like, we do bits. But I say that all to say, I had a great time in Niger. For you guys that have been thinking about a holiday to Africa, I definitely recommend you go to Nigeria, especially VI or Lekki. Anywhere else, you might get robbed, so be careful. But Niger is a place to be, man. I can't lie.
No,
bro, I swear you went on holiday as well, man.
Yeah, I did, man. I did. Mine was just a quick spontaneous thing, innit? Like, man kind of did the instant transmission, you get me?
Yeah,
but
come on.
It was good because I met so many anime heads. Like, so I come across, shout out to Gups and shout out to Nova, because I know you guys will be listening. But so Gups is like, he's from that older generation, innit? Like, he's 30 years old, and it's so refreshing chatting to someone that age that still loves anime, and his favorite anime is Naruto. So it was nice being out there just to chop it up, get some good debates with him. Bro, it was lit, man. and I remember, chatting to him, I don't know if a lot of people feel like this as well, but me personally, I remember when I was watching Naruto, I said to myself, when Naruto ends, I'm going to stop watching anime. That's what I said verbatim. And lo and behold, 2019, I'm still here.
For real.
Do you know what I mean? I'm guessing a lot of people are probably even saying this with One Piece. Like, when One Piece ends, for example, they're going to stop watching anime. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But I think it's more so of a lifestyle, man. It's a part of you. It shapes who you are. So again, just being able to chat to someone that is a bit older than me, that has had the same experience as me, it's kind of refreshing. And it's it's just nice. It's just nice that we was able to connect on that like one core thing, even though we have experienced slightly different generations of living.
Just a quick tangent in it, car. That perspective I feel like is so important because my brother, he actually got me onto anime. He only now solely reads One Piece manga. And it's like, that's the last string, the last thread that's holding him towards anime, only because he's so busy. Like, there's so much going on in his life where, like, just to consume anything, even the daily news, is a bit of a stretch. So when you say something like One Piece manga ending, to him, I don't know what that'll do. Does that kind of end his anime streak? Would he find something else? So I thought that'd be interesting to actually get him on the podcast, actually.
Yeah, 100, man. But it's like, so speaking from, obviously everyone's different, innit? Speaking from that place of, I remember saying after Naruto ends, I'm done. It's like, you need to fill that void, because deep it, yeah, your brother's been reading One Piece manga for years, bro. It's almost gonna be like breaking up with a girlfriend. Do you know what I mean? He's gonna whether he stops watching anime, that's one thing, innit? But he will need to replace it with something. Do you get what I'm trying to say? He's gonna need a release, or he's gonna have to pick up a new hobby or do something else. So it might not be anime. That could be the end for him. But for me personally, that's when I kind of deep delved more into One Piece, because obviously I used to watch. So obviously everyone knows, you listen to podcasts, I come strictly from the big three era, innit? Like, that's me, born and bred. Like, I remember waking up reading One Piece first, then Bleach, then Naruto, obviously saved best till last. Like every week without fail, innit? And obviously watching a Hunter x Hunter on a Tuesday.
For real.
So when Naruto did end, it was a big blow for me, like big blow. But what just happens is you kind of just have an outlet by picking up something else. It's almost like when Promised Neverland finishes, you're like, you do want new content, so you end up watching your Fire Force, you end up watching your Vinland or whatever. So it's going to be interesting because One Piece is a bigger one still, and especially how, like, I did feel the blow worldwide for Naruto, but I'm so intrigued to see how, when One Piece finishes, how it's going to impact Japan.
The ripple, yeah. That's you know what? Japan, that's the equivalence of white bed dying. It's crazy.
Bro, it's gonna be scary, man. It's gonna be scary, and that's why But the flip side is, though, I'm so happy for Oda that he gets to that his mangaka, his work is still going on whilst the 2020 Olympics is coming, because he's gonna have the biggest opportunity to showcase his work to the world. Like, and I'm hearing. Japan's got a couple mascots for the 2020 Olympics. I know one of them's Goku, one of them's Mario, I believe one's Sonic, one is Luffy, and one is Naruto as well. So what a way to kind of expose, because it's always been, we always know that Dragon Ball Z Naruto did trump One Piece in terms of worldwide, but it's like, yo, Oda, this is your 9 tails, this is your 10 tails, like, this is, the Olympics is yours. Do you know what I mean? So make sure you've just got fire chapters coming out that month or that week or whatever, and just do your best just to showcase it to the world, man. And I feel like it's not only Oda's responsibility, it'll be Japan's responsibility to showcase your Boku no Hero, to showcase your One Piece, to showcase all those things, man. So,
and I think it's amazing, man. Like, I definitely applaud Japan's culture as a whole to remain the pinnacle country in the whole world, which is the leading manufacturer of anime and manga content. Can you imagine, like, there's one place in the world where you get this content, even though it's replicated in other countries, there's this one specific country in the whole entire world which does it better than anyone else. So they do have to uphold that and show that in the Olympics, man. That'd be amazing.
But then that's also, it's scary, but it's beautiful at the same time in terms of the flip side. Because remember your whole argument of black people are able to take, like, the music industry or the whatever industry. Imagine if you do expose it to Africa, and now obviously you're saying the one place in the world, Japan. What happens if we do get solid animators in Africa? What happens then in the next 10 years? What happens then in the next 20 years?
Word.
Like, might even be able to triple the income, triple the revenue.
Like, it's a monopoly, and they're gonna.
But then the whole argument is it now anime because it comes from Africa? Is Avatar anime because it comes from America? Do you know what I mean? But I don't know, man. It's all interesting stuff to debate and discuss.
Politics.
Man. So,
we'll get there.
Yeah, man. So guys, let us know, innit? Let us know, like, how do you? I don't know. Just just joining the conversation. How do you think anime will evolve if it is exploited more in Africa? If it is exposed more in Africa, and how do you think Japan's gonna be impacted when One Piece ends? Because that's scary, man.
Yeah,
that is scary.
That's
man.
A big one.
And personally, talking from experience, I've been through when Naruto ended, and it hurt. Do you know what I mean? It flipping hurt, but you do come out on the other side. You do survive, and you keep pushing, man. So let us know, man. Man. So hot take. I feel like I haven't done a hot take in ages. Still, it's been a minute.
I'm still buzzing to be back, fam. I feel like I was going for time. Come on, man.
I feel you, man. Yeah, it's a couple of weeks, man.
Let's get it.
Yeah, man. So obviously it's all perspectives, but I have to take it back to the number one anime of all time, which is Naruto. So where do I even go? Where do I even begin? Okay, cool. I feel like we have to go back to beginning of Shippuden. So this is when the stakes have changed. This is when you're fresh, you're raw, that Sasuke has left the village. Like, it's raw, so you can feel it, man. And obviously, this is when Naruto tried his best. He went all out to try to save his best friend. Like, imagine you've got a best friend and you don't want them to leave. Imagine, like, you're in primary school, yeah? And you know how, like, best friends were a big thing in primary school, and you don't want them to move school or leave. Like, you're fighting that hard. Like, just try imagine those emotions, because I can imagine it's high, man. Especially when you've been through a lot and you see someone else going through the same thing. So yeah, raw off that, we find out that Naruto, Sakura, Yamato, they managed to find Orochimaru's hideout. He's just finished his fight with Orochimaru, 4 Tails Naruto versus Orochimaru. Amazing fight in itself, and Orochimaru playing around, but kind of loses the fight. But yeah, it's a weird one. But the scene I'm talking about specifically is when Naruto, Sakura, Yamato, and Sai finally see Sasuke for the first time in Shippuden. Like, that scene, I love it so much because we've gone 3 years without seeing Sasuke, and then you just see how cold he is. We finally, like, Kishimoto presented Sasuke in a way which the world sees him, if that makes sense. Like, so whenever we grew up with Sasuke and people called him arrogant and cocky, because we're viewing like the story through his eyes, we don't really see where they're coming from. But after not seeing him for 3 years, you finally do get exposed to how cocky, how arrogant, how much of a prick he actually is. Do you get what I mean? But it's all justified, which is the nice part. It's all justified. So yeah, the scene, like, I'll never forget when so he moves down to Naruto to put his arm around him and raises up his sword. Yeah, and then I think he sees the Nine Tails for the first time. Like, he sees like actual big Nine Tails with its chakra bubbling. Yeah. And then the Nine Tails says something like, I haven't seen chakra this sinister. Yeah, I haven't seen chakra this sinister since Madara Uchiha. Yeah. And then Sasuke is like, never heard of him. And it just disperses the chakra. Like, you're thinking, what? Madara Uchiha, the Nine Tails, Sasuke? Like, bro. Then we go back to real time. Sasuke jumps back to the top of the ledge or wherever it is, raises his hand up, and he's just like, yep, I'm taking all you motherfuckers out now. All y'all niggas. All y'all. Raises his hand, and you just hear a clap. Orochimaru comes, grabs his hand one time and says, Sasuke, you're not performing that jutsu. Bro, I'm like, that scene, I was like, Sasuke, you know? Like, what's the jutsu he was gonna do? Like, Orochimaru had to come and stop you. Like, it was mad. It was mad, bro. Like even as I'm speaking now, like, hairs are raising on my arms. Like, it's such a sick scene, man.
That was a cold moment. That was a cold moment.
I love it, man. I love it,
and
bro.
I feel like the part that really got me was the flipping Nine Tails, man. Because when you see, cool, you see this Nine Tails as the badass, innit? Nine Tails from beginning of Naruto up until then, okay, Nine Tails, you don't fuck with Nine Tails. But then Sasuke just comes and obliterates him. You're thinking, what? Like, what type of levels are we on now? Because it actually made you think that, what? Sasuke is on QB level. Do you know what I mean? At that moment in time, he thought he was on those levels where he could just bad up anybody. If you could bad up the Nine Tails, you could bad up anybody.
Bad up anyone, bro. The thing that still gets me, and I don't think people appreciate this enough, Sasuke was actually going to kill them. Like, he wasn't playing around. He was actually just going to take them all out, like, one time. Just one jutsu, Kirin. So they're lucky that Orochimaru was there to save him, man, because...
Alright, cool. Do you think he could have, though?
100%.
He could have killed that version of Naruto.
Do you know what, bro? Watch the scene properly, G. He was bodying all of them. Orochimaru had to come and stop him, bro. Like, G, like,
he could have killed all three of them.
Bro, tell me how they're stopping Kirin, bro, coming from the sky. Just tell me how.
First of all, I feel like Naruto is one of those characters which you can't really kill.
What do you mean you can't kill him?
Like, you could hurt him hella bad. You could do whatever you want to him, but you can't really kill him because he's like, this is the same character that through what we've seen, even in part 1 Naruto, where his skin was melting off his face. Like, his bones were piercing through his body, and he's able to, in seconds, heal himself. This is, like, Naruto for me, like, whenever you say Sasuke could kill Naruto, I always kind of just think in my head, all right, cool, this is a guy that could heal himself, like, as easy as he wants to. So, bro, no matter how strong your move is...
still, I'm going to keep it real with you, fam. Kirin's taking him the fuck out, fam. Bro, like, Orochimaru has to stop him. Like, if Orochimaru's not there, G, it's over. Like, period.
Is that right?
Like, Sasuke was on smoke. Bro, I don't think people deep the scene. Like, Sasuke, like, it's beautiful because you get to see, I don't want to call him a failure in it, but you just get to see Jiraiya's training versus a prodigy Orochimaru's training, and it's the difference is outstanding. Outstanding. It just begs the question, fam, Jiraiya, this research you've been doing for all, like, Naruto came back 3 years later with a bigger Rasengan. Like, what? While Sasuke's patterned his lightning style, 2 chakra affinities, he's adapted his curse mark, his Chidori, his Sharingan, Kirin. Nah, man, he was sick, man. It was so sick. Beautiful scene, man. And even, the thing is, go on.
Oh, I was gonna say with Orochimaru in it, I felt like even the lead up to him taking out Orochimaru, as you said earlier, it was so impactful in the sense that this is someone who, like, this is what you get in a lot of animes. You get the student, the teacher, then the student transcends the teacher. And in this moment in time, it felt like you had the student who transcends the teacher by killing him. And it was like, what type of levels is Sasuke on now? Like, this is a brother that is badding up one of the 3 Sanins. Do you know what I mean?
Gee, literally, fam.
Levels.
And you're thinking like, Naruto's not on this level.
Oh yeah.
Like, now, and the thing is as well, when obviously Orochimaru and the Four Tails are fighting, Orochimaru, even though the Four Tails is formidable, it is a force to reckon with. Orochimaru is still telling him, but you don't know if he's just trying to piss him off or not, but he's still telling him, yeah, you're still not strong enough to beat Sasuke. He's still fucking with him, but you don't know if it's actually true or not. But when you see Sasuke, it makes you beg the question, like, bro, Orochimaru, and the fact that Orochimaru had to come and stop him, it says a lot, man. It says a lot. It's one of my favorite scenes, man. I love it.
It's always like, whenever I see Sasuke with the curse mark, it's like that is his own mini Kyuubi, innit? Like, I feel that curse mark gives him, like, it justifies him being on Kyuubi level, him being on Naruto's level in terms of chakra power and consumption. Because like, I don't know how necessary it was for the story, the curse mark, but from when he received the curse mark, you could spin that off however you want to. Period. Like, it's just a power up, and it's like whenever he's in trouble, even up to the fight with Itachi, even up to the fight when he's with the Raikages, it's like, I don't know, man. Do you feel like the curse mark took away from the sincerity of Sasuke's rage? So the purity of Sasuke's rage was meant to be his power, but I feel like the curse mark took a bit away from that.
Why?
Because it's no longer rage. You now have this assistance. Like, it's the curse mark that's making you crazy as opposed to your rage.
Oh, but the difference between the curse mark and the QB at that specific moment, the scene I'm referring to, Sasuke's got the curse mark under control. So whenever he's in his curse mark form, he's still got full cognizant abilities. Like he's fully aware of what's going on. So it's not rage. It's fully just him patterning that power.
So that's why I kind of went back to pre Naruto. So pre Naruto, we saw that this curse mark takes over him and he starts moving mad. Whether that's physically, whether that's just in his head, he's just moving crazy. And that's what I think justifies a lot of him going overboard with these reactions, with his rage. I think it was directly, I might be wrong, obviously that you're the Naruto head, but I feel like it was the curse mark which directly impacted his kind of coldness. Am I off? Does the curse mark have anything to do with him becoming any more cold?
No. And
that's off his back.
Yeah, that's because obviously when he masters the curse mark, he's in full control. Like he knows exactly what he's doing. He's still got cognitive awareness. Like, do you know what I mean? As opposed to the contradictory with Naruto going 4 times against Orochimaru, Naruto's not even aware of what's going on. Do you know what I mean? That's rage. Did you get what I'm trying to say? So it's a bit of a parallel there.
And that's why I always link it back. I always link it back because there was a point where Sasuke couldn't control it, then he could. Same with Naruto. There was a point where Naruto couldn't control it, then he could. But it's just the fact that you've given him that power up, whether he can control it or not, it justifies him being stronger. It justifies him not dying. It justifies him being able to do shit that he necessarily shouldn't be able to do.
No, but here's the beauty about the scene. Like, Sasuke was badding them all up without the curse mark, bro. He would have wiped, and it's like, so the whole power thing is, you're right, but the scene is showing you the level Sasuke is on. He's far outclasses all of them. Orochimaru had to come and stop him. There was no curse mark in sight. And he's leaps and bounds ahead of all of them. Do you know what I mean? And what I love about it the most is, he's got the curse mark patterned at the beginning of Shippuden. Which is so beautiful. I don't know, man. It's like, what a way to start off your season 2 or your second. Do you know what I mean? The next phase. Beautiful, man. Yeah. I love it, man.
Opening for Shippuden in terms of the first few chapters, hella strong. The best I've seen. Man. Best comeback I've seen.
Yeah, man. So strong, man.
Much better.
Yeah, man. So
I guess better than... Actually, I don't want to go into One Piece. That man, you might keep saying we talk about One Piece a lot, but that's my shit, man. I love that shit. But
what was you gonna say? Whether it's better?
No, it did it better than One Piece. Because One Piece, all you had was time skip. They came back and then they went
Fisherman Island.
Fisherman Island. Yeah.
Nah, you can't.
Wait. That the Naruto Luffy's haki when he came back, when he dodged the beams from the pacifistas was cold though. It was one cold moment. Remember when he come back, I mash up the pacifista.
I remember. But then there's many different moments, but just compare that moment with Sasuke, for example, dispersing the Nine Tails, or Sasuke raising his hand to take them all out. Do you get what I mean? Or Naruto versus Orochimaru. There's too many. And what people actually don't deep, the very, very, very beginning of Shippuden, starts off on crud with Deidara going straight to the hidden cloud to capture Gaara. People aren't deep in ship, bro. Look what I've just said in the space of 5 minutes. This is the beginning of Shippuden, but people are so focused on the end result, and it's such a shame, man. But there's so much, man. There's so much.
That scene went again phenomenal. I'm glad that you brought that for a hot take because even just thinking back, I kind of forgot how hard Naruto had to work to again then surpass
to catch
Sasuke.
Up to that.
That is crazy. Because
that's so mad.
I completely forgot because when you're kind of in it, you don't see how many episodes Naruto's actually been grafting, Naruto's actually been training just to get back to that level.
Yeah. Which I appreciate because it's like, it wasn't okay. Towards the end of the story, power scalings do get mad. It does. But when things were under control, I appreciate the fact that they did go through the training of him adding his wind star element. The fact that they did go through the training of Sage, but they did go through the training of wind star Rasen Shuriken. So it was nice, man. It was nice. Like, Like these guys know I can go day and night when it comes to Naruto, innit? And they break it down.
Nice hot take, man.
But yeah, man. So guys,
I love that.
Just let us know your thoughts on the hot take, like, or whether like you saw something differently, or whether you liked it or you disliked it, or how did you feel in general with that hot take. Please let us know on the socials. Yeah, man. Naruto, man. Flipping.
It is big 3, but not number 1, baby.
Nah, it is, man. It is. I've always seen it as like big 3 as like the signing, like Orochimaru, Jiraiya, Tsunade. We know Tsunade would be Bleach.
That's Bleach.
Like, without a doubt, man. But I'm not too sure whether, when I think about it, Naruto might actually be Orochimaru and then One Piece might be Jiraiya. Possibly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And which one's beating Pain? None of them.
Well, if you take
who has a better
words, so there's 2 ways to look at it in terms of what actually happened. Obviously, Jiraiya lost, but what Pain actually says is if he knew his full abilities, so if it was an even fight, you know what I can do, I know what you can do. According to Pain, Jiraiya would have defeated him. So I don't know. But between the signing, Orochimaru was leaps and bounds the best between all of them, without a doubt.
All right.
But yeah, man. Again, that's another thing for you viewers to decide. Like, people, it is down to perspective. There's a little bit of perspective. there's a little bit of perspective up for what you think in it between the signing in it. I just want to see the people that try to argue for Tsunade in it, car. I'm pretty sure someone exists like that, man.
Listen,
someone does exist.
No, I'm putting this out to the world. Whoever, I'm putting this down. Big Murkz is saying this right now. Whoever could beat KB in the argument to show that Tsunade is better than Orochimaru, I'll personally Monzo you a bag straight to your account. I said it. It.
Man.
Tsunade, that's impossible, bruv.
Nah, man. She's good in her own regard, though. I do respect that, but nah, man. But bro, you're lucky your money's safe, man, because I'm still yet to meet someone that knows more about Naruto than I do. Still, like, it's mad. Whenever it's funny because it's like whenever I have conversations. So, for example, like when I was on holiday, like Gups, Nova, like especially Nova, Gups, they know their shit in it, but they can just tell like mine's just an upper echelon. You know what I mean? Like it's my feng shui is a bit different when it comes to Naruto. So I'm yet to come across someone that can actually. But it's like, I don't know, man. One day. I'm getting a bit rusty. If I was in my prime, like, whenever I'm in my prime at anything, I just know untouchable, man. But
Fever as well.
100%, man. If you know, you know. If you know, you know, man.
Alright, say no more.
Yeah, man. More. The main topic now, man. Yeah, man. And I know it's more fresh for you, so I feel like you should start this off.
Yeah, man. So main topic. Gonna give it to you niggas. Feel about
Vinland saga.
Vinland saga. That is what we're gonna be talking about. Vinland saga is the discussion of the main topic today. And the reason I bring this up is because this is a 2019 anime. It came towards the summertime. It's been out for about 18 weeks. And so far, I'm on episode 12. I'm like 5 episodes behind.
That's good.
From being up to date, and it's been good, man. I think my first encounter with it, seeing it was on Instagram. That was with the IGTV. So shout out to all of you anime page holders and just lovers and that who just post anime content, because it's those little clips that spark that anime energy again. Do you know what I mean? When you see a mad clip, you're like, "Raw, what anime is this?"
Yeah.
And Vinland was one of those. So the scene that I saw in Vinland was like on episode 9, and you have a character called Thorfinn, who's the son of the main character Thors, and you see him come into contact with a guy called Thorkel, and these guys are top tier. So when you think of Hunter x Hunter, this is your Netero. When you think of Bleach, this is your Kenpachi. When you think of
Yamamoto,
isn't it? When you think of all of these big, I guess, Crocono Basket, this would be Akashi. These are your top tiers, isn't it? And when I was watching it at the time, I was thinking, "Rod, these man, if you love your gore, because I know a lot of you guys love gore, this is the anime, man. These man are slicing guys up, cutting people in half. These man are, it's crazy." So again, just the son of this main character, Thorfinn versus Thorkel. These man are rocking it out for like 3 minutes straight. And imagine like 3 minutes of animation, like no cuts, no nothing, just at it fighting. It was phenomenal, man.
Beautiful, man. Do you know what it is? Like, I say this a lot in terms of personally with my anime, I like the supernatural. I like my anime to do shit that you wouldn't normally get in TV shows, innit? And I know obviously the fight scenes are a bit dramatic. They are a bit like, do you know what I mean? Exaggerated, but there's still no powers as of what we've seen just yet. I don't know if there's some to come in it, but as what we've seen just yet. And I do appreciate it. It's made me appreciate it a little bit more.
Super strength.
I guess so. But you know what I mean in terms of the magical stuff, the hack stuff.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? And I do appreciate it for some reason. This specific anime has done a good job in terms of, I don't even miss it. I don't even want powers. Do you know what I mean? The super strength is cool, but I feel like that's not what this anime is about, innit? It's like it's targeted its niche. It's found its lane, because I don't think of any animes like it, if that makes sense. Like, it stands out to me personally, innit? I could be wrong.
Yeah, definitely. No, definitely. Even in the sense that with again, the name of the anime, Vinland Saga. So I was watching it on Prime Video. If you have Amazon Prime, them guys have it on Prime Video. Where did you watch it, KB? Just so the viewers know.
Where did I watch it? I've got my anime website in it, but it's
You can link that in it.
Yeah. I will do. I'll let you listeners know. But yeah, like
on Vinland, Amazon Prime Video, where I watched it, they kind of give you this layout where they come out week after week, and they show you very similar TV shows. Because they're not really big on anime yet, even though they have some animes, but they show you like similar things. And for those that have seen Vikings, that is a TV show basically about Vikings, the history of them, like how they progressed, how they grew, and it's along those lines. So it's kind of like they make real life references. So for example, they refer to the Anglo-Saxons with the English, they refer to the French, they refer to the colonizations of the Romans. So it's like a very historical anime which touched on very prominent historical events. So it's that type of anime that if you have this little little knowledge on previous wars or just history, you'd appreciate it a tad bit more, because they pay attention to that detail, which I thought was very, very interesting. Even though they didn't have to, they really did, man. Yeah, and it was amazing. Yeah.
I love it, man. It's almost like the little extra touch of just knowing that it relates to the real world. I don't know how accurate it is because I'm not a historian, but I do know some of the names are very familiar or have been reused. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's so nice, man. Like, how did you? But like, how did you, not only just the viewers, but like you yourself as well, like how did you feel about spoilers? Hopefully you guys, like, it happens quite early on, so hopefully I'm not spoiling too much for you guys, but definitely check out Vinland. But how did you feel about them taking out Thor so early? Because it's like, it's a weird one, because for me, it's like, it's a weird one, because it's like taking him out is good because now it hypes him up even more so, because it's like, what can this guy actually do in his prime, innit? And I love that kind of stuff because it comes to the root of power, fight, battle. Do you know what I mean? And I love it. But at the same time, it's like, I was watching, I was thinking, did they make a mistake? Did they take him out a bit too early? Like, a bit too, do you know what I mean? Because in most animes, although your Further Kages, your Whitebeards, they do get taken out. Your All Mights, they do get taken out. Yeah, you
see them in action first,
but you do get to see them first, man, before they get taken out. But the key thing is they do get taken out. So I wasn't angry at that, but then it's like it made me realize, so that's why they have the archetype. That's why they show you, because I prefer it. Yeah, do you know what I mean? There's no right or wrong, but I do prefer show us some of these characters more in it.
Yes.
And I know there's no reanimation or nothing for this guy to come back. So I don't know. unless they come back. But I know that they could counter it easy by saying something like, Thor's had this rival that was just as strong as him, and he's still alive. And so if you see him fight, it will kind of just relate across. Do you get what I'm trying to say? That type of BS there, fam.
The way that they did this, again, just spinning off what you said, it was perfect, man, because I love me a good flashback. And when you have a character who is meant to be on the ultimate crud, and you kill him off early, every flashback you get of him is going to be fire. Every flashback that you see that includes Thor's is going to be sick, because even, spoiler alert again, one of the flashbacks that you had where he was ruthless, cutting through guys with straight face.
Savage, man.
That type ruthless, it just made you appreciate who he was before he died. It's just that dynamic.
Yeah.
This completely ruthless guy became so selfless that he gave up his own life.
Yeah.
Crazy, man. Yeah. I love a good flashback.
I love it, man. I love it. In a weird, twisted way, it kind of relates to some extent, but I feel like the Thors and Thorfinn, conversation kind of in some shape or form relates to the Super Saiyan 1 Goku and Super Saiyan Teen Gohan type of thing, in a different lens, if you get what I'm trying to say. So it's like, obviously we haven't fully seen Thorfinn flipping fucking, we haven't seen a full development of him, but as a character standpoint, I think I'm not necessarily a better character, but he's a wavier character than Force. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you get?
From not being hyped up, he still has that source.
Yeah. It's kind of similar to Teen Gohan specifically. Fuck other Gohan and fuck Kid Gohan. But Teen Gohan is saucy. He's just got that sauce. You could argue Thor's lacks the sauce, but his sauce isn't in terms of the waviness or the trickery and that. His is moral. He's very a fair fighter. He's very similar to Goku. He wants to fight you at your best. He wants an honorable fight. Do you get what I mean? Whereas, and that's why I appreciate Thorfinn, because it's a parallel to his father. He's different from his father. He will respect and honor a fight, but he is gruesome and tricky at the same time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
as soon as I saw that scene of Thor's dying, I went straight to Ned Stark on Game of Thrones, man. Exact same archetype as what I saw. This was somebody like, for those who have seen Game of Thrones and everyone loved Ned Stark. Do you know what I mean? In the first season. And for him to get deaded, everybody said, what the actual, is Ned gone? And this is exactly what you get when you see Thor's. This is a guy that only does the right thing, that goes against what's wrong, even if it discredits him, he'll still say the truth. For him just to get deaded by somebody, by a conniving brother, fam, by a sneaky ass brother. That's what makes it burn so much more. No, it's an incredible anime.
Yeah, man. And that's what makes you root for Thorfinn so much more, man.
Oh, so much more.
Because you've seen the struggles and you do relate to him. You relate to him. And that's key. Because I feel like I relate to him. I feel like, yes, I've seen what you've been through. You've lost a loved one. Cool. No matter what, I'm backing you to the end. Do you get what I mean? So it's nice, man. It's nice. Again, there's no right or wrong, but my only critique or my only thing, I was just like, like, at first I loved it, killing him so early, because it's like, what the fuck? But now it's like, what the fuck, man? I want to see him. Do you know what I mean? Like, you should have just shown at least one proper fight, innit? But then they do have flashbacks for those things, innit? So, yeah, man, it's good. I do know it kind of, for me personally, and I know a lot of people I spoke to said that it kind of dips a little bit when you get to episodes 13, 14, but it does pick up again towards the end of the season, innit? And that's where I'm at roughly. I'm at the bit where it kind of declined a little bit, so I went to go watch some other animes, but I'm gonna come back and definitely when we finish the season, we definitely need to give a full season review. 100, bro.
Yeah.
Who okay, here's a question. Who, it's weird. I was gonna ask, who's your favorite character? But I feel like they make it so hard for you to choose anyone else but Thorfinn. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I think I could make an argument for the king. You know, This was, I think this is the king of, I want to say the Vikings, innit? So basically, there's one king who wants to overthrow England, and he's cold. You haven't even seen him too tough, innit? But the way that he's moving cold. Like, he's moving like, this is an older guy who says, and he's the king basically of everyone. He's like, yeah, I'm front lines. Like, yo, G, I'm moving front lines with you guys. Right. Like, and this is against the likes of Thorkel, who was on apparently Thor's level. And he's saying, all right, cool, I'm moving front lines. And it's kind of like, he has this like aura about him where he's kind of very to himself, undercover, doesn't speak too much, but he knows what he wants type thing. So I'm rooting for the king. I don't know how much we're going to see of him in the next few episodes, but at the moment, I'm rooting for the king.
Yeah, man. No, I feel you, bro. I feel you. That's a good shout still. One character that I know is going to be bad is Thorfinn's sister. I don't know if you've seen her in it. I haven't seen her yet in it.
Yalva.
Yeah, and I feel like the next time we see her, after hearing the news of her dad dying, she's gonna be one savage, bro. One savage. Man. So hopefully she'll hit the top. Hopefully the next time we see her, she'll be the top tier, maybe touching Thor's type of level. Do you know what I mean?
That's a good
straight.
Spot,
because I don't feel like they should waste time with a character like her. She should just jump straight. Yeah. But obviously Thorfinn develop more and more. So
tell me about Thor's wife, bruv. Tell me about how hard she is.
Like, she's dope, man. She's a ride or die, man.
She's a ride or die. She's a real ride or die. That's a Bonnie and Clyde type of relationship.
Trust me, man.
Because he ain't got to say nothing too tough. She already knows. You know what I mean?
She knows. And that's the type of girl you need in your life, man. You ain't got to speak.
Come on.
Just give it a look. And then she knows, fam.
It's done, fam. It's pattern. And I feel like if she takes this death bad, I'm going to love it. If she's as pissed as Thorfinn, I'm gonna love it. But if she tells Thorfinn to like calm down, he did it because he loves you. Oh man, you know what I mean? Like, I understand it.
I feel you.
But there's so much potential.
Yeah, there is. But that's why I kind of rate the sister so much. How she took it. Like, of course she tried to firm it for a bit, but it did all come and hit her. But I just feel like the next time we see her, man, crud.
Yeah.
Crud. Hopefully she'll be what we see of Thorfinn, but times 2 or times 10 even. So
word.
Nah, man, it's nice. How do you feel about Askeladd? So the one that obviously Thorfinn wants revenge. I feel like they not their first fight. I think it's the second or third duel they had. I feel like Thorfinn would have beat him, you know, and he knew it. Hence why he had to had to fuck with him, man. Because even though. Okay, and this is where the power scaling within me comes out, but it's like, Thorfinn's still a fucking kid, man. Like, how, like, especially with an anime with no powers in that, how is he automatically jumping to that level?
Oh, I'll tell you why, bro. I could argue it, though. I could argue it by the fact that nobody that stands in front of Thorkel can get away. Period, innit? And I feel like just because Thorfinn had the ability to stand in front of Thorkel and still stay alive shows that he's better than half of your mid to top tier people already. Because this is a top tier brother.
But deeper in an anime with no powers, no abilities, no nine tails, no haki, no none of that. How is this kid like? But that's when I just choose to relax in it because it's like, yo, just enjoy it for the way it is type thing. Do you get what I mean? I do like the fact that they've done this though because he is sick. He is sick, man. Like I think I've even one of the pictures for one of the AniMates episodes. It was a picture of Thorfinn like holding the knives, like hold up to his face. So sick, man. He's sick. He's sick, man.
There was one point I thought he used the Santori fam. I thought the free blade technique because he had a blade in his mouth, and I was thinking, yo, what's going on? Like, man, using the
dead, man.
Santori, but Thorfinn again. In Vinland saga, there's just characters that you relate with, because if you put yourself in their shoes. The way that they convey their emotions, the way that they convey their rage, their revenge is just sweet,
beautiful, man. It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. And I've said this already, but it's like how I see their relationship in a different lens. It's similar to like the Super Saiyan 1 Goku versus Super Saiyan 2 Team Gohan in a weird way. So
let me ask you something real quick, bro. How are you at the moment? How are you ranking? Just from 2019 so far, how are you ranking your best animes of 2019?
How I'm ranking it?
Yeah.
Bro, I think I have to go based off emotion, man, because my feelings don't lie, innit? Like, how I feel is how I feel, so it's factual type thing, innit? Like, that's genuinely how I felt. No one can tell me any different. And the anime at the moment, do you know what it is? I kind of want to wait to the end of the year, yeah, because, bro, like, you know when you're...
top three so far, top 3.
Bro, but it's like, you know, like... You know when the relay, you remember back in the day, yeah, where it was Blue House, innit? And you know how like would run the relays and shit, yeah? And by the time it probably get to you, yeah, we're in like 3rd place or maybe even 2nd place, yeah? And I feel like right now we're in the last 100 meters because we're in November, the year's almost done, but Boku no Hero has just come out of nowhere and 7 Deadly Sins have just come in this last 100 meters, bro. They've these two, bro, 7 Deadly Sins right now. Oh my God. Like, I'm not even going to say anything. No spoilers. I'm not going to say anything, but it's like, I will be shocked if that's not top 5 at the end of this year though, bro. Real talk, bro. 100%.
7 Deadly Sins is up there like that, yeah.
Gee, but everyone knows it's good. Do you know what I mean? Every season just seems to be getting better and better. And Boku's up there too, man. Boku's up there too. And according to Chronicle, who was on the podcast before, he was saying how that he believes, because he reads the manga, innit? Obviously no spoilers, but he believes this season of Boku will be better than this season of 7 Deadly Sins. So we're yet to see if it lives up to it or not. But so far, I'm seeing the opposite. 7 Deadly Sins is better, innit? But we'll see. We'll see.
At the moment, I'm seeing some people say number 1 January release, Mob Psycho, innit?
Yeah, which is crazy to me.
Like,
it's good, but like,
yeah, it's
have you seen it?
Have you seen it?
Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen season 2 now.
Mob Psycho versus Promised Neverland. Nah.
And then followed by one called Sarah Zanami. I need to watch that. So I'm not gonna talk about that one too tough.
I ain't watching that shit.
And then but actually, if they're putting it in the same ranks as Vinland,
it must be
Neverland,
worth watching. Like
I'm saying,
it's worth checking out.
Then they slapped in Promised Neverland, coming in number 3.
That makes sense.
Which is very respectable, given that I thought Promised Neverland. I knew Promised Neverland would be in the top 3.
Wow.
Given that I knew it. I knew it hands down because everything about it, the rollout, the anime itself, everything was just perfect for me.
Bro, I really wish you just watched 7 Deadly Sins, yeah, and man,
6 episodes in.
6 episodes in, bro. So therefore, that's why they can still fumble the bag, innit? Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and that's the opposite side to it. Yeah, man. But I do feel you though. Promised Neverland,
Dr. Stone.
Yeah.
Dr. Stone's up there. I like Dr. Stone. I really, really do. Especially now, around episodes, I think we're on 16, 17. These man, like, out of nowhere, just started. Like, spoiler alert, if you're not up to date yet, innit? Like, these man kicked off. That's all I'm saying. Like, everything that we've been watching up until now, this is where it's really started.
It's for this moment, basically.
Yeah, this is like the shonen part of the anime. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. I feel you.
Guys, get up to date, man, because next week, man, fuck spoiler alerts, I'm coming to you with it. Then followed by Dororo, which
you've seen that,
very
right?
highly on. I've seen a few episodes. I didn't finish it.
Okay.
On IMDb, it scored very highly.
Do you think it's top 10 worthy?
Oh, no.
Wow. Okay.
It's like out of 10, because now that we have so many good things coming out, we have Promised Neverland, which was early. We had Attack on Titan season 3 part 2, which I thought wasn't up there, but it's still up there.
Still up there. Yeah.
I enjoyed One Punch Man season 2. We have Fire Force, we have Dr. Stone, we have Vinland, we have Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer. I think Demon Slayer deserves to be top 10.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe Demon not top Slayer 5 or maybe 5th, but top 10.
Yes,
top 10.
Up there.
Top 10.
Top 10. Definitely I'll give it there. I need to arrange it. I'm going to arrange it after Boku no Hero hits like episode 16 or something like that.
No, I feel like we need to, I think the last episode of the year, like once the year has concluded properly.
Yeah. All right, say no more.
Yeah, man.
So after Dororo, they followed that by Fire Force.
Fire Force is sick, bro.
I can't lie. The first 3 episodes put me off, you know.
Yeah, bro, it's slow. It's a slow burner, bro. It's a slow burn. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna keep it real.
But it's worth jumping back on.
Yeah. 100, bro. 100, bro. It's almost like, damn. It's almost like you know how you said you saw a fight scene within Vinland, and it made you watch the anime to get to that fight scene. That's what happened to me with Fire Force. I saw a specific scene. I won't spoil it for those that still want to watch it. I saw a specific scene, and now it's like, raw. Okay, I now need to watch up until that moment. Because I've seen what it's capable of.
For real.
Yeah. Finish the list.
Man. I'm going to put that there. And then the last one, which finished at number... Actually, no, after Fire Force was Vinland Saga. And I definitely put Vinland above Dororo. I definitely put Vinland above Dr. Stone. But I'd just put it below Promised Neverland.
Yes. Okay, here's the question. Is Vinland above Demon Slayer?
No. Unfortunately, Demon Slayer for me, as a full season, as a full body of work from the anime, just the anime, even though I've seen rumors from the manga, it is an amazing piece of work, man. I'm a sucker for Shonen Jump. I'm sorry, guys. There's a Shonen bias on my part, innit? I'm just a sucker for breathing techniques. Sucker for special powers like special smell or special sight. That stuff breeds power scaling. It breeds different fights, versus. It breeds different debates. It breeds so much more debate, so much more controversy that you can't get with Vinland. Because Vinland, even though it's amazing, it follows set rules, and that's rules that we're accustomed to. It's you can't fly, you can't, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you can't shoot Kamehameha Blast.
No, I get you.
So, and that's why I have to put Demon Slayer above, man. That their capability for story, plus shonen combat, plus the artistry is just too much, man.
I agree, man. When you put it like that, it's kind of hard to argue against that still.
So, but Vinland again, guys, is still sick, dog.
Fucking sick, man.
It's up there.
Fucking sick. Fucking sick, man.
What would you do? What would you rank Fire Force or Vinland? What's going above what?
Oh, so for me, it was Vinland. Vinland started strong, took the first 100 meters without a doubt. Vinland even took the 200 meters as well.
Word.
But then Fire Force was just starting to creep up in it. Vinland's still ahead in it. Gee, exactly. Vinland's still ahead in it. But Fire Force is pulling up rapid. But there's still a distance to go, so we don't know. But Vinland's still ahead for me right now. So I need to finish both seasons, man. But I feel like the consensus, though, in the anime community is Fire Force is over Vinland, though. I
don't like that, man. I don't like marketing. I've said this on another podcast. On another episode. It's the marketing, man. I hate how...
Yeah. Vinland's marketing hasn't...
Again, because it's not on Crunchyroll, and it's not on those sites in which it's easily readily available.
Accessible,
They're not getting the love. But fam, they're still making headlines. That's how I know Vinland is sick.
Oh, it's fucking sick, man. It's fucking sick. It's fucking sick, man. It's fucking sick. The fact that the reason why it needs to be in top 10, top 5, I need to finish the season first. But it's because I know you as well. We don't really like stuff that doesn't have powers, but yet we think this is so fucking sick. Do you know what I mean? So it says a lot. It says a lot that we even overlook that bit because that's a big bit. That's a big part. Yeah. The whole power system, power scaling, whatever. And we overlook it, man. So it says a lot. It says a lot. It says a lot, man. So
we got
is Baki 2019 as well?
Baki is 20.
Okay, cool.
2019.
So that's just another one.
2019.
I know a lot of people do fuck with that, so I guess that's another one to throw in there. Will they make my top 10? Oh my god. We'll see.
Oh man, Baki, man. But people do. I thought people really fuck with Baki though, man.
Because it's a good storyline. It's original. Yeah. It is original. I'll give it that. It's sick, man. It's sick.
Yeah. I ain't seen proper martial art, combat, boxing, just different fighting styles at its rawest.
Yes.
In one anime in a while.
Again, we've had the Vikings niche. We've had another proper Muay Thai niche. Like, it's proper to its roots of martial arts. So it's nice, man. It's nice. But yeah, I think we might we'll put out that list on the story or something. The one that you're referring to. So people can have a look at it. People might agree, might disagree. And let us know. Obviously, we'll have another episode once all the seasons are completed, so it's more fair to compare. And we'll have an episode just actually going through our top 10s. I don't know whether we'll do an AniMates one or we'll just do a personalized one because I know we will differ in certain ones. But so I don't know if we can come to agreement there or not, innit? But yeah, it'll be so good. It'll be so interesting to see your top 10, so other people's top 10 listeners, innit? So yeah, man.
Bro, just real quick because I need to shout out my people. Big Murkz is officially back, my guy. You know what I mean? I had a little hiatus. I'm happy to be back, man, because even when I come back, even seeing you guys support, man, I've just been loving it, man. I've loved to see a few shout outs here, man. That's that Tracy Green. I see you, man. That Double D, man. I see you. I've seen you from early. Double D, I've seen you from early,
man.
Ollie Wavy, I've been seeing you from early. Appreciate you guys, my nigga Mac, my Mac 202 analysis. You've been holding it down for a minute. Do appreciate that as well. Lender Ben, been appreciating all of this stuff. Like, you guys really, like, we see who's really been messing with us. And man, just keep doing that. Fam, how could I even forget about my two closest guys, Ben and Ryan? You man are hard, fam.
Fucking
so
sick,
like,
man. Fucking sick,
man. MVPs, man. We appreciate you guys, man. For real.
Yeah, man. Special shout out to Ben, Luna Fan Graphics. I know he's even got his own podcast that's doing When Kings Chat. Okay. So yeah, man. So if you guys fuck with the visuals that you see on AniMates, check him out. And also another special shout out to Ryan Funeral. Yeah, man, he does some of the IGTV videos that we do, and they're just top notch, man. They're outstanding. So yeah, man, check out his page, man, because they're really dope people, man. For real. So shout out to all you guys, man. Keep the comments coming through. Keep the questions, the support, the love. We see you guys, man. We really do appreciate it, man.
Come on.
But yeah, man, it's been another episode of the AniMates podcast. Again, if you guys agree with anything we say, let us know. If you disagree with anything we say, please also let us know on the socials. And yeah, catch you guys next time. Peace.
There we go, baby.